Didn't see you there. My name's Abby. Today we're doing a book haul. So if you follow me on Instagram or Snapchat, I went to LA like a week ago and it was awesome. I went to like the Last Bookstore, which is on my Instagram. Christine took like pictures by the rainbow section, and then I took pictures by the rainbow section, and it was like kind of empty, but like some of the books were there, so I got like smaller pictures. They had like the whole background. A lot of these books are from the Last Bookstore, John King's bookstore, and some of these are from like a Barnes & Noble in LA that I got like a few magazines. I got stuff at Target, and then I went to a comic book store in LA. We're gonna start with what I got at like John King's bookstore. So I got Vampire Academy Frostbite. Frostbite is my favorite Vampire Academy book. And we meet Adrian, and she runs away, and she comes back, and she rescues her friends. Just like, this is the best Vampire Academy, okay? Like, it does not get better than Frostbite, alright? So, am I upset they didn't make a Frostbite movie? Of course I am. This would have been the best movie of all time. Also at that bookstore, I got the first Princess Diaries book. I was on Twitter and someone was like, where's the Princess Diaries fandom? I'm right here and I've been here for years. So the first book is actually a lot like the movie. I mean, this series just like, oh yes, yes, it's so good. This one started in 2000. She's still writing books for the series and it is 2015. So like, what more can you ask for? I mean, it's kind of the perfect book series. I mean, right before I went to this like awesome summer camp, I needed to get the next Throne of Glass books because I had read the first one and then I wanted Crown of Midnight, and then I ended up also getting The Assassin's Blade, and also I'm going to get Heir of Fire in hardcover, which will ruin the whole collection. I have to get Queen of Shadows in hardcover because it's going to come out like September 1st, which is a day before my birthday, by the way. So I might as well get Heir of Fire in hardcover. These are so pretty. My only complaint is that the chapters begin with a little cheesy like shadow thing, and so that makes it so there's like lines. I like how they put close attention to the spine. Other people, it's just like the spine is like their last detail. But listen, when it's on a bookshelf, you only see the spine. So that should be the most important part. But it's a really good series. It's not as good as like the Mortal Instruments. But if you really like the Mortal Instruments, then maybe you should try it because, you know, it's pretty funny. It's a pretty funny series. Next, I went to this like little old bookstore that I was in for like at least an hour, okay? And they had a section on everything, like bumblebees and then like the Civil War. I found this book in the children's section. Oh, something just flew out of it. That's a tiny receipt. That's a tiny receipt. Okay. It's Peter Pan, and I really love this cover. And Bangity Bang started a Peter Pan audiobook, and so I listened to the first chapter, and then Magical Molly did the second chapter, and it's just like a really interesting book, and it's, you know, it's like the movie, so I already know what happens, but it's written really cute, and it's a really good book to hear out loud because there's like really funny like narrations and dialogue, and the characters are so great. At the Last Bookstore, which is in LA, used books and new books, but obviously I just buy used books because money. So the first thing I found was Lips Touch 3 Times. 3 short stories. I was like, I'm never gonna buy this. I'm never gonna read this. No one has it. But then I saw it used for $6, and it's illustrated, and it's by the author of Daughter of Smoke and Bone. The next thing I found at the Last Bookstore was The Strange and Beautiful Sorrows of Ava Lavender. This is by Leslie Walton. On the back, it has a little paragraph by Kira Cass, the author of the selection. I really like what she wrote about it, and it was a really good paragraph. But if they're trying to get fans of the selection to read this book, I don't think that really works out. It's about a lot of like life and death and love and family, and it's really deep. I'm this far in it. If you have read A Tree Grows in Brooklyn, which is an amazing book, then I think you'll really like this one. And she was born with wings, and she's just trying to figure out why she's born with wings, and she can't even fly. So why was she born with wings? Like big feathery brown wings. Her mom keeps her indoors and she makes one friend and then she starts sneaking out. And we don't even get to the main character until like halfway through the book. We talk a lot about the grandmother and then the mom, and it's just written really well. I can't wait to finish it. It's a really beautiful book. I totally recommend it. It's really short, but there's like so much in the story. Okay, next I have comic books, magazines. I was the only girl at this comic book store. I was walking around like an idiot. I didn't know what comic books were what. I ended up finding Ms. Marvel. This is like 1 through 5. Not too crazy about the art, but I really want a good story. This girl gets superpowers and she's like a teenager and she has to figure it out. Nothing we haven't seen before, but I am ready for cliches. And I love girls and superhero girls. Here I have the first issue of Spider-Gwen. It's like Gwen Stacy from Spider-Man, and she has like powers and she's in a rock band. This will be really fun, another superhero girl. I don't really know how this ties into the story with Spider-Man. Okay, now we're completely changing topics. We are in magazines. So I was at Target and I saw Kristen Stewart. So I bought it. It's Mary Claire, August 2015. She's in the new movie American Ultra with that guy from Unaccompanied Minors, The Social Network. Next, Paramore retweeted this, so I bought it. It's Rock Sound. And I was not disappointed. I have not read it though. But let me tell you, there are so many stickers in this. I think this was worth it for the stickers and the posters. There's obviously a big thing on 21 Pilots that I'll probably read because I don't really know much about them. So I'd love to learn that stuff. Last but certainly not least, I have purchased Vanity Fair September 2015. If you're a huge Taylor Swift fan like I am, then you don't really find new information a lot. It was kind of stuff I already knew. We talked about her Girl Squad, her letter to Apple, her business with Spotify at the moment, and they kind of talked about Secret Sessions a little bit. So nothing new. We have The Strange and Beautiful Sorrows of Ava Lavender, Lips Touch 3 Times, Peter Pan, Crown of Midnight, The Assassin's Blade, The Princess Diaries, Vampire Academy Frostbite, Vanity Fair September 2015, Rock Sound, 21 Pilots, Mary Claire the Denim Issue, Spider-Gwen #1, and Miss Marvel 1 through 5. These are all the books that I bought. I almost forgot. Thank you guys so much for 100 subscribers. That's awesome. 100 subscribers. Like, what? But, I mean, I don't know what to say. I'm really happy.